Once again, the Cavaliers locker room was described after Game 3 as it was just wreckage, emotional wreckage, and understandably so, given what happened. You were in there after this victory. How were they consuming and digesting what they had done?
Well, first of all, it's to your earlier point. It's early still here in Cleveland if you're a Cavs fan. So there's plenty of people out in the bars watching you right now as we speak. And I will tell you, here's what's amazing. I walked into the locker room after tonight, Game 4, expecting, relaxed jubilation. Hey, we did it. We're going back to Oakland. Instead, I had 3 separate guys pull me aside and say, that damn Game 3, we should be up. We should be 2-2. The series should be tied. They are still angry that they did not win Game 3. And I really think that's what you saw at the beginning of Game 4 tonight. They came out angry. Not that they were down 3-0 or the Warriors are going to be perfect or that we're talking about this dynasty. They were so mad at themselves at the way they finished the last game. They wanted to make amends, and they did. Kyrie Irving told me as he was just walking around the building, I know he's going to come up and talk to you next, that he said, you knew I was going to respond, Rachel. He's been thinking about what happened at the end of Game 3 for 48 hours, and he came out looking like it today.
He is obviously a huge topic, Kyrie, the shooting of the Cavaliers, and so too is the officiating. It felt a bit like a runaway train that they could just never get it back completely on the tracks. How were both teams kind of describing how they perceived the confusion over the Draymond technical and the Kerr technical?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly the biggest issue, right? And there was 100 other things. I mean, you said a runaway train. I think during the break you said like a kid riding a pony. It's like a pony on a train. I mean, all of those things together. But the technical is the biggest issue because it's really, should Draymond have been thrown out of the game or not? Steve Kerr, of all people, said, I thought they gave it to Draymond. He said, that's what they told me in the first half. That's what they told the scorers. We got to love Steve Kerr, right? He is honest to a fault.
I agree.
It's amazing. Looking at the video at the time, I actually thought the tech was on Kerr. And said that to our colleague Amin El-Hassan. And when the score sheet came out at halftime, Amin sort of actually me a little bit. He'd go, see, I told you it was on Draymond. So that I can see how it could have gone both ways. There could be some confusion. But certainly Ty Lue did a lot of smirking and smiling when asked about it after the game. Steve said, hey, I thought it was on Dre, but I guess it was on me. We were certainly both arguing. He said that their mentality going back as they go back to Oakland, up 3-1, he said, look, I know everyone's saying it's like last year, he said, but this is where we're supposed to be. And then, of course, maybe referring to the officiating, Scott, he said, and I don't think Draymond's going to be suspended for Game 5. I mean, probably not.
No, it would appear not. Rachel, thanks so much.